Hello, this is me again, Father Juan. We, in our Catholic community in Central Racine and in our online ministry, we wanted to start a new uh, program, if you will, and it's going to be about just beginning in October. This will be like first Friday faith sharing, and we will be together having different guests here. I'll be hosting it, but with Eloy also. So for now, we are trying this out. So this is our first time. I was very lucky enough to get a good guinea pig for this. But the idea is that we are going to be having people from the different three parishes to come here with us and share a bit about their faith. We don't expect this to be a long thing, but it's just some faith sharing and also looking into the things that they do in the parish so that we get to know each other better and we have in mind the different ministries that are out there in the parish that you may be willing to tap in to help and to come and volunteer your time. So that's kind of the idea for this program. We are not going to take much of your time, but we are really interested in getting to know the people that we will bring in. Today we have our own Joy here. I convinced her, she should be just looking at the camera there. I convinced her to be part of this, and we were discussing before this that I don't know why she just said yes, but I guess it's trusting. And so we have Joy. Welcome, Joy, with us today. What we're gonna do today, Joy, is kind of have you talk to us a bit about your life and your faith journey, and let us know the things that you do here in the parish, and then how do you feel about your faith community in St. Richard's, which you participate on the Eucharist and help out reading and all that. So, Joy, now for all of you who do not know you, tell us a bit about you.
Well, I grew up in Racine. I attended St. Mary's School, belonged to St. Mary's Parish. It's no longer in existence. It became Cristo Rey and then went out of existence again. I attended St. Catherine's High School and the University of Wisconsin. And then I got a job with the federal government in Washington, D.C., and I worked there for about 30 years.
So then you worked for 30 years, and then how you came back to Racine?
Yes, I had decided when I moved to Washington, D.C., that when I retired, I would like to come back to Racine, back to the Midwest.
That's great. So yeah, you worked your 30 years there, came back home. No? Racine is your home.
Yes.
I guess we all know that when we live far away from our homes and big cities, sometimes we like the peaceful things in our hometown.
Yes.
So great to have you here.
Yes.
So you came back to Racine, and then how did you get involved with St. Richard's?
Well, I was having lunch one day with a friend in Milwaukee, and I said, you know, I would like to become involved in social justice issues, and I wanted to do that through the church. And my friend Mary said to me, have I got a priest for you? And she told me about Father Ron Granza. Said, why don't you go to St. Richard's, introduce yourself to him, talk to him, and you know, if you don't make a connection, just move on and keep searching. Mm-hmm. So I came to St. Richard's, I spoke with Father Ron, and I must admit, I went to confession because all the while I was in DC, I was away from the church. Mm-hmm. And that was another thing that I made up my mind about when I retired, that I wanted to return to the church. So anyway, that's how I came about to be here.
Great. Yeah. So when you say, I bet sometimes, and we were discussing this morning, in the reading about that there is a time for everything. Sometimes we just get caught up in the work and things, and we just don't have the time and the moment to be involved in a parish. It's great to have you involved here with us, and we thank Father Ron for recruiting you for us and have you here. So tell us a bit about what you do in the parish, because many people may not know, but Joy is very faithful, very committed to volunteer her time here with us.
Well, you know, since joining St. Richard's, St. Richard's has opened many doors to me. When I joined St. Richard's, I learned about the lay ministry program at Stritch, which was a 2-year program. I took that. And during that time, I learned about the Franciscan Peacemakers, which is a group in Milwaukee that helps women and girls who are involved in prostitution get off the streets and find useful employment. And I became involved with them for a while. And then here at St. Richard's, I also learned about Hope Center and worked with Hope Center for a while. Again, St. Richard's introduced me to Bethany Apartments, and which is a mission of the Dominican Sisters here. And I worked with them for a while. And also here at the parish, I just help Karen and Mary Ann just do whatever needs to be done, whatever they determine needs to be done. And it's wonderful working with them. I just love their positive attitude, their humor, and I love the way they spend time with people when they need their time.
It's great, yes. And when you walk into the parish from the main door, so to your left you will see Mary Ann, and then Joy is on the right, but you will not notice her because she's quietly doing her thing there, doing a great job. Joy is also a great provider of dark chocolate for me, so I have my daily fix of dark chocolate out of her office, which is great. Thank you for your generosity. I know that, of course, Joy mentioned that you've been involved with the lay ministry and all that, and you've been very faithful, also helping us with the reading and like the bulletins. And again, Joy does proofread my bulletin articles, so or my letters now. The bulletin articles now it's Jeff, but she always proofreads what I write, and she always finds a way to say the things that I say very nicely and very well said. So thank you for that, Joy. What does St. Richard means to you? If you were to talk about as the faith community of St. Richard's, the people that come and worship together, what do they mean to you and what do they help you in your faith journey?
Oh, the people here help me by their example, there's so many things I can hardly say them all. They're involved in so many good things in the community, and this is an inspiration to me. They are very friendly, and they seem to know, like if I'm having a down day or whatever, somebody always says something encouraging, which is very meaningful. Oh my goodness, I could just go on and on.
Joy is very faithful to her name. She always brings joy. So she's talking about that others cheer her up, but you are really a joyful person, and you can see it when we are here at the office and with everybody sharing and spending the time together. It's amazing the joy that you bring to us, and your humor, the sense of humor is really great, and we love you for that. So I guess I don't know how much the time we're doing, but I just gonna ask you, if you were to recommend St. Richard's, would you do it? And why would you? And why would you recommend the parish?
Oh yes, I would recommend the parish to anybody. You'll always find people here that you can interact with because we've got a very wide variety of people that belong to St. Richard's. the thing that I love the best is coming to church and worshiping together with people. I don't know, it's just so meaningful. It's very hard to explain.
As the spiritual things are, they
Yes.
are hard to put words, but you just feel them. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And I'm grateful for all that you have done for me, the conversations that we've had, and I'm grateful too for all the work that you've been doing during this pandemic. Quite frankly, I don't see how you do it.
It's the daily fix of chocolate.
And well, I don't know. There's so many reasons why I would advise someone to join St. Richard's, and I've just mentioned just a few.
Yeah, I think one of the things that the parish, and I would kind of say, Joy, you coming from a large city and a place that you were working and being kind of outside the church for a while, what one will find here in St. Richard's, and that's what our theme goes, is that the parish that feels like a family. And that's the sense.
It really does.
And exactly, that's the sense of what when you mention in coming to worship, it's like an extended family that just come and sit around and worship, and then like you see sometimes after the mass nobody wants to nobody's in a hurry to leave or go to anywhere, because people just stay and mingle. Of course now because of the pandemic it's different, but that's the feeling, no?
Yes.
So Joy, we want to thank you for sharing with us this day and being with us, and I really, really appreciate that you being my guinea pig, because I know that this is gonna help us to get other people excited about sharing their faith experience. And Eloy and I, we had spoke about that this will be, we could use the first Friday and the fourth Friday, but we're just gonna start with the first one and see how it goes. And if you like it, and please let us know. And of course, the idea is to get people from the three parishes that make the Catholic community in Central Brazil, and maybe somebody else who would this is something new that we want to start. And we thank you, Joy, for helping us with this.
And again, thank you for all you're doing.
And keep being joyful as you are, and continue to be that person filled with joy and humor that makes this place shine. And of course, everyone that comes in, the first thing that they will see is your beautiful smile and joyful, and that's great. Thank you, Loy. Thank you, Loy.